Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. We're here with James Pickard. We're at Honiton Golf Club at the Golf Cave. Hello James, thanks for letting us into the cave today. We've got Steve Buzza. Hello Stephen. Hello. We're testing Chrome Soft. Have you heard of this ball? There's been a bit of a press around it, so I thought we'd give it a go. Lots of people asked me to test some balls, so we're going to have a hit with Chrome Soft and talk to you a little bit about what we think of it, or what positives or negatives there are with the ball, if there are any, and show you guys a little bit about how we choose what ball we use, and even go about deciding if we were to change, what kind of shots we might look at to change. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, Chrome Soft. So look, for me, I know my answer. I'm going to ask you the question though. If we were going to test Chrome Soft, so you're going to swap the ball you were using, where would you start? What club or shot would you start with to see if it's worthy putting in your bag?
Well, I'm going to start with the shorter shots.
Okay. James, would you do the same?
100%, yeah. 100 yards in.
Yeah.
Key scoring area. That's where you want the ball.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go 120 yards. So that's an area that the ball should be spinning and performing on in theory. I wouldn't start with a driver with a ball like this. I think lots of people might think they want to get on their driver and see how far it goes. Absolutely no, I would never start that way. My testing with balls in the past is that, to be honest with you, most of them go very much similar distances within a range. There are some brands that produce some long balls, but their spin models around the green, they're not even going to begin to say they get any kind of control. I would never start with a driver, and I don't care how far it goes. That's going to be what I can put into the ball. I want to know what it's going to do when it lands on that green. A few reasons. I'm going to have a lot of approach shots in a round, so I'm only going to hit 12 drivers probably, where I'm going to hit lots more approach shots through 18 approach shots plus a few chips from missed greens and pitches and the rest of it. So I'm going to start in that area out, and I want to know what it feels like when I putt with it and chip with it. I want to know what it feels like and what I think I could do with it. So let's test it. We're going to go 120 yards testing. We're going to use GC2 simulator here, which is at the Golf Cave, and let's put this ball through its paces. Do it. Do it. Right, James. So we're going to hit 120 yards.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Let's hit one. Let's see what this ball can do. So that's 111 yards. So my iPad throws it up quicker than that. Was it? Yeah. And that spun at 6.9. So you would say that's slightly low.
I'd say that's low, but that's partly strike possibly on that.
Okay, let's do another. Yeah, 122 yards, spinning at 8.7.
8.7. That is up there, isn't it?
That's as high as you spin your current ball, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
very similar. 8.7 is very high, isn't it?
That's about where he spins is when he strikes it equivalently, that's about where he spins his current ball. Go on, hit one more. Interesting, you went over 2,000 revs difference in spin there on strike. You obviously can feel that, lots can't. What's that carry? I'm on the wrong screen here. 119, spinning at 7.2.
Yeah, that's a lot lower.
Strike
there felt better.
It was a bit lower drawier, that shot as well. So you're dancing a bit there, aren't you? Your current ball with a 120 yard shot is between 7,000 to 8,000 consistently, isn't it?
Correct.
So arguably that's spinning a fraction less for you.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Does it feel like it is?
It feels like, it comes off the face, it does feel like it's spinning a bit less. Kind of the flight looks like it's a bit lower than I'm used to.
That's interesting. And then what about the actual feel of contact? Obviously this is Chrome Soft, and when you pick it up in your hands, it feels very soft.
It does feel, it feels nice. It's kind of back to how the original Bellatas came out.
Yeah, and that's what I think they've been saying.
Digging there.
Yeah, it does. That old kind of tour Bellata, it does feel a bit like that. Okay, interesting. Steve, should we have a go? 120 yards, thanks James.
So 120 is kind of just out of my pitching wedge, or my gap wedge, so I've gone pitching.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm a pitching wedge and I can hit it nearly 100% for me. You're taking something off for you, I imagine.
Yeah.
Go on then, 120, let's see what numbers you get. How'd you strike that?
Not too bad.
7.8. So again, your gaming ball, we've measured at around 7.8 up to 8.9 subject to strike.
How far did that one go?
Sorry, that one 119, so spot on. 1 yard short and then spun off the front. You're in the ditch.
Get me some of these balls.
You're going to need to throw it past the flag with your spin.
119.
119, 7-8 spin. It's 2 good shots. 112, bit less that one, and 7-6. Go on, one more. So that again for you, I would say, is spinning a fraction less. Now there's an argument for you, and I've played quite a bit of golf with you now, which is always a pleasure, never a chore.
Never a chore.
Is a little less spin for you into the greens. Is not. Sometimes you're playing shots in a way to take spin off,
Yes.
aren't you?
No, definitely.
Because I've played with you where you do rip them off the front of greens sometimes, off the good shots.
Impressive, but not very.
Yeah, it's a funny way of impressing someone, isn't it? Look at the spin on that into the ditch. 117, 7-5. Not bad.
That's not too
I'd
bad.
say it's a fraction less than your current ball, but again, would you know, that might be something you actually wanted to buy into.
It's certainly one I would probably take this one out on the course.
So we're going backspin number, and the carry comes up there on the iPad, which I know you're not as used to looking at. Yeah, what about the feel of it?
I like the feel.
Does it feel different? Obviously it feels different, but when you hit it 120 yards with your wedge, are you feeling it?
I would certainly. It hasn't got that pingy feeling that people don't tend to like. It doesn't feel fiery.
Yeah, okay. So 120 yards.
7,799.
So it's nearly 7,800.
Yes.
And then what's it distance?
Distance 121.
Okay, so that's perfect. Spun back
Well,
in.
actually perfect would have been 100.
One up. No, because it'll spin back a yard. That's spinning 8,000 revs. I'm going to take him outside in a minute, James.
Spin one at me.
Let's do that another hit there. That's got to be 119, 121.
That's 8.4.
Yeah, that's high. What about distance, I mean?
119, so that's spun back.
That's 119. That's what I said, 119.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways though. So which one was perfect?
That came up short and then spun, so that's come up a yard short and spun 20, it's now 15 foot short, subject.
But you hold the pack.
Of course it in. I'm going to hit one more. I think it feels quite different for me. I'm not sitting on I think it feels more like you're saying, the ballatary kind of thing, isn't it?
It's a lot softer than the ball I'm using at the moment. It's got a bit of a clicky feel.
Yeah.
I like that feel.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. I don't know what I like because I've never really thought about it that much in the sound, but I think I'm liking this. I need one more go. I need to carry this 1-2-1, do I, Steve? To get your approval?
Yes. No, I want one.
I'm only ever seeking your approval.
I want 1-2-2 and a bit more spin.
1-2-2. Oh, I finned it. That might go, but it's got a lot of spin, surely, isn't it?
You're not going to believe this.
What is it?
What do you think?
Is it gone 1-2-2?
Of course it hasn't. 117.
Yeah, I call it at the bottom. How much spin?
8.6.
Yeah, so because it was bottom groovy. But what's interesting with that one, they work on the course because it'll come in that lower angle and skip on and check because it was that bottom hit. Okay, we're going to take it. I'm going to hit a driver actually. I'm going to hit a driver. Now James has hurt his wrist a little bit. Are you going to have a go with the driver, James?
I'll have a dabble.
Okay, and I know Steve, you're going to have a go.
Let's play to his ego. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to.
So if I strike this in the right place with my R15 430, which is what I gamed last time, I'm around a 1.7 to 2.2 spin. So with the driver, I would be looking for that kind of number. Hit that, not too bad. That's got to be spinning 2,000.
2-1.
Yeah, perfect. 2-1.
And we would expect that in a ball.
Yeah, and what's interesting off the driver, it still makes a good sound. It doesn't feel like it's a bit of putty, you know. It feels like it's coming off with some oomph. I'm liking that. James, you can have a go? Yeah. Do you want to hit my one?
Yeah, I'll have a let's have a go.
I know you're always... shall I steal that from you, Steve? If you grab your driver ready to have 1 or 2 hits subject to the quality of your striking. Yeah, just one for James. So really I want your opinion on the feel.
Right.
I'll be shocked if this spins outside of its normal realms for you. Okay, so that's spinning 3,000, which is kind of what you do when you catch it in those places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Felt quite nice.
Yeah.
It still felt right.
So this is the ball that the tour pros will be using?
I think Phil is literally going to marry a box from what I've heard. I think he's finding out if the state of LA or wherever he is allows marital rights with chrome softs. How'd you hit that?
A bit toey, I'd say.
Okay, 2-4.
2-4.
So it is spinning because of that toey strike. How does it feel?
Again, soft.
You could.
Bit of a difference.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
I prefer a slightly harder feel.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So you are wanting that clickier sound that you get for your ball. Cool. Interesting how we are. The words we're using that we're picking. So many people will be just data driven only. Again with a ball, I think feel, sounds, are just massively important. Come on then, Steve. Let's SLDR this ball. How does a tailor-made driver get on with a Callaway ball? Let's see.
Nice shaft.
Nice shaft, yeah. I'm a secret shaft win.
I love it in it long.
This is the one I tried up at TaylorMade, isn't it? That shaft.
So Justin Rose's one.
So that was 3-5. How did you hit that? I haven't got your dots on the club.
My mate Justin uses this.
Yeah, that's the one we tried out in at TaylorMade. How did you hit that?
Yeah, right, I think.
Well, it spun quite a lot. 3-5. Let's hit another.
Maybe a bit off.
Yeah, must be to spin that high for you. What's your normal spin number with this driver?
So I had it at about 3,000, didn't I? And that's why I went into this one and we got it down.
Is that where you are? So I mean, we tried the Callaway Double Black Diamond just a minute ago in another video, and you were spinning that under 2,000. Right, yeah. Hide that driver. He's going to walk off with it. Go on then, one more. So 3-5 isn't miles off your normal spin, is it?
That's a better one.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's take it on the putting green quickly.
I like the feel of that one.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I could. It certainly doesn't feel too soft.
Yeah. No, with a driver, I actually feel the same. Let's have a few putts with it. Right, guys, let's hit a few putts here. Now, this is an interesting one for me because the Chrome Soft does feel very soft. Now, I've got the Odyssey with the soft insert, and I think that the new Odyssey range is coming out not with this. It's got a firmer insert because they want to offset.
So almost they've gone back to...
They've gone hard, they've softened that to then try and get the same feeling. Does that make sense?
It's almost back to the white hot original...
Because if I was doing this properly, I forgot to do this, I would have put a bit of glue on that ball and on this putter, and I would have hit this first putt with you guys and gone, and it would have just stuck. Look at that, look how soft that is. But I forgot to do it.
A bit of planning and that would be very fun.
So yeah, I mean, when I putt with this, I do like it. I honestly do quite like it. I think it. I mean, I played with Bellatas, and it's throwing me back. I'm getting thrown back. Thrown back.
He wants to break out the song.
I need a wig. We should just do like a more thing. You play golf, Steve. You play golf, Steve. You coming out to play, Steve? Right, one more. Chrome Soft. Like that. Yeah, it's very soft. And I wonder if we can do a video with the word soft in it, a world record breaking times. We're on...
How many times do we have to say soft?
I don't know, but we're saying it a lot. But with this insert, you've got the same?
Yeah, similar insert.
Go on then. Yeah. He putted well last time with that stance. What does it feel like to James? It does feel like it's going to stick on the face, doesn't it?
Yeah, to be honest, I like the feel off the
He likes it. Doesn't like he wants more click, but he likes the soft.
He's a complicated.
And it goes in.
Yeah, because that's obviously the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's the shaft, it's the ball.
Yeah. Freaking putts. They must have all been for birdies.
Convert, yeah.
Go on then, Steve, because you've got a ping putter with a firmer face. So you might get a slightly different sound and feel.
Come on then, Michelle.
And here he goes. Make sure that posture's right. How's it feel?
To me, that it certainly doesn't feel too soft.
No. But it does feel considerably softer than what you're using, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, using the Pro V X at the minute.
Yeah.
So I would say it feels more like the Pro V rather than the X.
Okay. No, I think it feels softer than that.
He's back.
But you in the middle. So
I hope he misses this one.
Right,
He's the only one who didn't know too. Bit of pressure. Get out. Oh, well done, Buzz. Well done. Right, guys, there you go. Chrome soft. There's a little kind of insert into, or kind of look at how we would look at a golf ball. For me, I like the sound and the feel. I'm not sure it would make me change. I think there's another interesting point with this ball, and don't quote me on this because different people will sell them at different prices, but it's at a very interesting price point, I think. I don't know the price exactly, but the rumours I've heard are that it is considerably cheaper than other balls out there that are trying to do the same thing. So I think
don't price match Mark Crossfield.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Pro shots.
Yeah.
Mark.
But do you see what I mean? I think for lots of people, a price point is as important of all the things we're testing there. We're testing things because we know exactly what we want our performance to do, what our ball to do. So we would stretch to a certain financial purchase because we know what we want.
Yeah.
You know, if it was more, we would just get it because that's what we want, and if it was less, that would be a bonus. I think the price point of this will be an interesting talking point when it's released and as it comes out. Chrome soft for me, like it. I'm excited by it. I do feel like I'd like to get on the course and have a go, which I might do in a course vlog maybe. What about you guys? What are your final thoughts on it?
I'd certainly be thinking of getting a sleeve of 3 and playing on the course with them.
Yeah, can I have them back?
Yeah, you only had to. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't test it with 1, can I? How long's that going to last?
And James, what about yourself? You don't sound like you are tempted. You're more than happy with what you're doing.
I'm quite happy with what I've got, really, to be honest. I think putting-wise, they felt really nice, but short game just a little bit too soft. I prefer a bit of a clicky.
Yeah, so the sound and the feel is winning it for you. Absolutely. The other thing as well, which is an interesting point to think about, if that feels softer for putting and that feels nicer, that isn't going to make me deliver the blade any better, really, is it? I mean, I'm not going to hold any more putts. It's just when I do, it might feel a bit nicer. So actually, you want to really work out what you're. Yeah, maybe that's what we're really talking about. Yeah. All the data, all the numbers. Actually, it still boils down to that feel, exceptional feel. Long distance for me is on there just to sell it to people who don't really know what the buying process should be for them. Good stuff. Thanks as always. Thanks for the Golf Cave. Thank you, James and Stephen, for your time. Post comments down below, guys. As always, speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also, thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.